Hello, hello, everyone. It's Amy Bolton here with Live Healthy, Be Happy, and I am a women's sexual empowerment coach. And I've brought together all of these women from all around the world for these women's sexual empowerment retreats. And I'm so happy to have Monica here with me, who is at the upcoming retreat that is on June 26th and 27th. It's coming up very quickly, actually. I'm very excited. And yeah, so we're doing our chat here today, and it's going to be very exciting. If you haven't seen me before, I keep forgetting to introduce myself. And I'm just assume that everybody's seen me because I'm sharing this in all the groups, but I'm sure some of you haven't seen me before. So I've done a lot of work in the past with doula work and postpartum depression and anxiety support, and that's where I'm sharing the main portion of this. So hi ladies, if you recognize me, and the rest of you who are seeing this. And a big part of my story was not having my sexual empowerment for many years, and just realizing just recently in the last couple of years that, wow, I do have that side of me that really needs attention and really needs some focus. And I went like 15 years not realizing that I hadn't masturbated for 15 years. So that's kind of been like the driving force behind all of this, and realizing like all parts of me are welcome in this world, and all parts of you are welcome in this world. And I just want to empower as many women to be free, to be fully themselves. So we will let Monica introduce herself and let you know a little bit about her. I love her, and I love all the stuff she's been doing on Facebook, and like all of the astrology expertise that you have and the books that you've written, and it's just also very exciting. So I'm excited to hear from you, Monica.
Thank you so much. First, thank you so much for hosting me and giving me this opportunity to participate, to be part of this retreat, and I can't wait. So it's always hard for me to define myself because I have so many things in my background as an artist, a performer. You can see this side, I think. But yeah, yes. I am a 56 years old woman from Italy. I think you can hear that. And I moved in Canada almost 10 years ago with my family, with my husband, the son, cats, everybody. And I tried to hide myself for a while. I kept working. It's almost 25 years now that I guide women through their life challenges and transformation and transitions, especially hormonal transitions. But only now I decided to show up because finally, after menopause, I feel complete, whole, and I feel I can speak also to those women going through perimenopause and menopause. So, well, this is why I'm so enthusiastic also to be part of the event, because I keep hearing, even if it's, we should be more emancipated, right? I keep hearing women thinking and sharing that for them, menopause is the end, like the end of fertility and the end of their life, like pleasure. And I want just to say, no, this is the beginning. So
yes,
this is the message I want to share in this event with my workshop that is about the sacredness of pleasure, because I define myself sometimes a teacher of embodied spirituality, and everything really is about our spiritual not development. Our spirit is it's already perfect. It's our consciousness, as our consciousness that has to develop to embrace our spiritual nature, and everything happens through the body. We don't have any other way. This is our way, and pleasure is a big door. So
Mm-hmm. Yes. I love all of that. Yeah, and menopause is such a big part in so many women's lives, and there's those stages, right? And I'm sure you can probably speak more in that, where we go through puberty, like when we're getting our menstrual cycle, and then becoming a teenager and all that, and these stages can be really, really tough and challenging unless we kind of let go and just and let go and go with it, right?
Yeah,
And I love that. And
I used to explain that every stage of a woman's life comes with gifts. And every stage corresponds also to a part of the menstrual cycle and corresponds to an element of nature and correspond to the phase of the day and night and corresponds to, yeah, there are many correspondences and everything is inside our body. So our body is the key, is the temple, is the altar. We can really enjoy all the passages instead of making them something like a medical issue. It's our education. It's our,
mm-hmm.
I just wrote a book coming soon, very soon, about all this and about how the patriarchal model is still there and how we can create an
Mm-hmm.
alternative to this with our style. Our style is different. It's not the patriarchal style. We have to understand what is
Yes.
our style. And so we have to understand all the gifts of the cycle and all the gifts of every stage of our life. So I hope to be part of this revolution that is about awareness, about come back to nature through our body. We
Mm-hmm.
don't need to, well, of course, if we can stay close to nature, wow. Otherwise, if we are living in a town, in a city, anyway, we have this opportunity through our body. So my work is to
Yeah.
help women to reconnect with nature from within. And it doesn't matter, it's not only women, can be anybody, but it's from a
Yes.
feminine perspective that is wholeness. This is the surprise, wholeness.
Yes. 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 Wholeness, all of our parts of us. And yeah, and the men too, right? Like that softening, because we all have feminine, masculine energy. And I've heard too that we're kind of getting to that point where it's all just kind of one energy, where we don't have those opposing energies, because there's been so much masculine energy with the patriarchy and all that sort, and toxic masculine energy that's on the planet right now, very unhealthy. And I know, like, what that was a big part of my journey was with postpartum depression and anxiety, that I realized as I started to navigate it, that it was like, wow, there was so much masculine energy coming in and just like taking over. And I had to do all the things and figure it out and read all the books. And how do I parent? How do I do this? And I just totally lost connection with my intuition and just like being there and just being a mom and just listening to my babies and connecting with them. And I was trying to figure it all out. And then yeah, in my body, I think now I look back and my body just kind of naturally was like, no, you're not going to do it all. You're going to slow right down, and this is what you're going to do. Because we need to find that balance between those two energies. And so yeah, I guess my point is men and women both have those masculine and feminine
Of
energies.
course.
I feel like it's getting more well known, but I maybe not everybody knows that, but it's really, really fascinating.
Yeah.
And a lot of men are terrified of the word feminine, and they're like, no, I'm not feminine. But yeah, we all have those energies and we need to embrace both of them. And some of the most what do you call it, influential or successful men that I've seen have really embraced that feminine side, and that's how they've been successful and how they've managed to move forward, because they have that softness and that grace, and that they're following their intuition and slowing down a little bit versus go go go, right?
Exactly. But this is the point. That the point is we need to differentiate first in order to reconnect and integrate all the aspects. So this is the path I'm teaching doesn't matter how you want to call the workshop.
Yes.
We can speak about
Yeah.
everything. We can speak about the pleasure, the sacredness of pleasure, but at the end, I will finish explaining how to reconnect with all the shades in between what we call feminine and masculine, because it's about this wholeness. And this is why my work
Yes.
is always very respectful, very, very, very well. I work a lot with humor, because we need
Yeah.
to like I someone defined me an enlightening entertainer, because I train about enlightening topics, but always entertaining, not only because my theatrical background, but it's because our brain loves a bit of fun. It needs
Yes.
to learn, to integrate. And we are speaking of embodiment. And we have so many ones already. And so we can go deeper. We can go deeper with lightness. Because
Yes.
sometimes people think, okay, deeper means heavier. Not really. We can go deep. We can go through our wounds and healing process, but we can keep it a bit lighter. And so
Lighter, yes.
with this kind of lightness, we can also go and meet our shadows. Yeah. So this is the point.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for those who will work with me, well, it will be like a walk in the park with a bit, yeah, of course, we will discover new things, and it will be all about our body and enjoying our body and the pleasure that is not only genital, it's not only sexual. We can enjoy life. This is
Yes.
the magic of our senses, because before the
Yes.
sexual stage, there is a sensual word to reconnect with inside ourselves. So
Yes.
this is one of my favorite topics.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Yeah. And our sexual energy can flow through
Yes,
our whole entire
yes,
body. It's not just about sex. Yeah. As
exactly.
we hear about it in society. And I love all of your humor and all of, like, I watch your Facebook videos, and I love how you bring in different things and just make you, I'm always laughing. I'm like, I just love Monica. I can't get enough of your videos. So
It's a way to
so
translate.
yeah.
Yeah, I worked so many years with the shamans and healers from all the world, and spiritual masters and teachers, men and women. And I received initiations and transmission of spiritual healing and wisdom. And what I learned from them, they never take them seriously. They never take themselves seriously. They always make fun of themselves, just making jokes, and they are so bright and light. And just, oh well. I travel with a red nose in my in my pocket, and sometimes when I see something really, I put my red nose on, and it's a way to talk people, but to bring a smile on their face, because sometimes they are just like so much in their thoughts. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So much in their heads and
yeah,
not grounded to the earth. Yes, floating. I like to describe it, just floating around and not really aware of things. And I know I've been in that place many times, and even still now, I'm focusing more and more. Okay, grounding, and being in nature. I love, like, the trees are right out my window here, and behind me you can't really see is the lake and the mountains, and I love getting out and grounding. It's it's so beautiful in nature, and then walking in my bare feet as much as possible, and just all those wonderful things. But it takes time to actually integrate that, right? Because we have, like, our brain is so habitual, and it just wants to keep repeating those same stories over and over and over again.
yeah, this is why I work. I I help women rewire their brains through their body, because the
Yes.
body is the best instrument to help our brain realize that, oh, maybe there is something different. And when we do it through a playful way, this is much easier. The brain let go the resistance is much, much more easily. This is the trick. So
Yes.
be ready to move a bit, and not to, you don't need to dance with me, or maybe, yes, someone told me you can make even the stones dancing. Yes, because it's not even dance. It's just the pleasure of our body, and sense it, and then the dance it comes. So I make jokes because I took some burlesque classes at the end.
Yeah.
At the end, I gave up, and finally I I went through that way, and it was so much fun. But you don't have to experience burlesque if you don't want. We will just bring more fun to our body and more pleasure in connecting with our body, and so that will open new doors in about the sexual pleasure. Yeah. So sometimes,
Yes.
Italian is coming. I know that is not the case. It's English, not Italian. Well, sorry.
No, that's totally okay. I love it. I love it. I love that you are multilingual and have multiple languages. I'm just very in awe of that. It's I I only know a few sentences in a few different languages other than English, and I would love to learn. Actually, it's a prime opportunity right now for me to learn with my children and get some sort of book out and start learning, or even with the internet, learning more languages. It would be good for us, as a side note anyways.
Well, yes, the internet makes everything easier. All right. My issue is that I'm happy. I still have my clients from Italy. So sometimes I give a session in Italian, and then my brain settings are like, what's that? And in our house, of course, we speak Italian. So every time I try to speak English, my son looks at me, I like, let go. Your accent is not perfect. Okay, I know, I'm Italian more than you.
Oh, I love it. Yes, yes. It's wonderful. And I can't wait for your workshop, Monica. It's going to be so lovely, and I'm sure so many people are going to take so much from it, regardless of who they are.
I'm
Yeah,
really honored to be among those all of you ladies doing amazing things. So I'm really happy. I listened to the other interviews, some other interviews. I don't know personally the other guests or hosts. You say the other goddesses, right?
Goddess panel. Yeah, the goddess panel. Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're all very, very beautiful, wonderful ladies with lots of experience and talent behind them, in the area that they are focusing on. And yeah, I'm very, very honored to be able to bring all these ladies together. So I'll give a little quick overview of everybody who's going to be there, and then you can definitely check out the link that's wherever you're watching this, and meet the rest of the goddess panel. We'll have all the videos there and all their descriptions of their workshops, and check it out and get your tickets, because it's going to be jam-packed with lots of wonderful, wonderful workshops. Plus you get access to the last couple workshops, so or the last couple retreats, which are like 6 hours each, of like some other amazing ladies from all over the world. We've got ladies from England, from Bali, from Australia, who have done workshops in the past, so you get access to those right away, so check that out. And yeah, so this Saturday, June 6th, we're going to have the welcoming ceremony, and then Kim's going to do a turn on and take your power back through sacred sexuality. And then Monica's going to come on with her workshop, Sacredness of Pleasure. And then we will do a choose your own pleasure workshop, where you can work into how you're going to, enjoy the rest of your evening, or the rest of your day or morning, or whatever time zone it is for you. And then we come back the next day and we start with Diamond doing Make Sex a Power, Manifesting, and Astrology. She's going to bring in a little bit of astrology. And I know she talks about different stones, and she's got her shop that she sells different things at, that she will be talking about that as well. And then Erica, who we talked to yesterday, is talking about body neutrality and improving body image. So just feeling good in your own body and letting go of diet culture. She talked a lot about diet culture. If you haven't heard of that term before, definitely check out her video. And then Sarah will be doing kind of a final wrap up of everything with an inner journey dance, and writing ourselves as our own heroine. So she will kind of encompass everybody, and she is definitely considering that as the final workshop to kind of bring everything together and integrate everything that we've learned through the whole workshop, through the whole 2-day event. So it's going to be jam-packed full of wonderful workshops.
Amazing. This it's really I can't wait. I think it will be so powerful. So what we can expect in the day after, not just in our personal life, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, I know in the previous 2 workshop or previous 2 retreats that I held, I wasn't even aware of that when I started this, because this all came through to me through like the full moon journaling. I like to do morning pages, and I like to journal and just kind of let whatever flows through. And connection was a big one that came through. And then this retreat had evolved through my journaling, and I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. So I started doing it. And like I said, that I didn't realize the impact that it was going to have on myself and my own healing. Like the last 4 or 5 months, it feels like it's been so long. Like there's just been so much healing, and the integration that happens afterwards is tremendous. And I'm just like, I feel like a whole nother lady since I started this. Like I look back at my original notes and I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
I don't know who that person was, but I just feel like I'm a whole new person. So that integration will continue to happen. And I am definitely a testament to that, because I've attended all of the retreats. So there's a lot of goodies there. And if you want to just take it slow and just pick at it, totally up to you. I like to call it choose your own adventure. Choose your own adventure, babe. Choose what you want and pick what you want and take it in as you need. And one final thing, we'll have Q&As, but they will not be recorded. So your identity will be, if you have questions that are more private or more intimate that you want to talk to us about, feel free to message us and ask questions, or feel free to come on live during the event, and we won't record those parts. So that will be a bit more private for you as well. So yeah, that's all I have. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Monica?
I think what you add at the end about how we integrate everything, this is our body, our system has a wisdom. So anyway, we will take what we need at the moment, and then the integration process can take months. But usually, for what I see in my work, it's always smooth. It's always respectful. So I'm sure that this will be another of those experiences in which we can really take what we are ready to take, and all the rest will come to us in the following months.
Yes. Yeah. And we will all of the speakers have said they will meet you. All of the goddess panelists have said they will meet you where you're at, and and you will take what you need and just come with an open mind, and your body will take what you need. So that's perfect. Thank you so much, Monica, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, your afternoon and evening. I know it's my morning.
It's a long morning, but usually it starts at 5 o'clock in the morning and until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a long morning for me, and then I start feeling, okay, maybe now it's time to rest. I'm creative. Thank you so much.
I love it.
Thank you so much. And
Yes, you're welcome. We will talk soon.
yes,
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye.